Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about AMC. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're going to be talking about AMC, currently sitting at $9.65. Is AMC going to go through a short squeeze? And some interesting news that has kind of just been weighed in on AMC overall. But before I start the video, guys, I just want everybody to know that everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So let's take a look at AMC. Right, so AMC has kind of had a pretty good history so far, right? So anyone who doesn't know what AMC is, it's an entertainment company. They do mostly movie theater, stuff like that, brick and mortar type business. And obviously we know that AMC has taken a pretty decent hit in the year of 2020, losing about $4.59 billion of its overall revenue. Obviously due to the pandemic, AMC focuses pretty heavily on brick and mortar type stores. So obviously because of COVID-19, you could not be in close proximity spaces. So the stock continued to plummet. As you guys see here, 1 year ago, this stock was trading around, $4 or $5 a share. But as we see here on January 27th, we see this huge squeeze up, right? So, AMC did go through a gamma squeeze. And ever since then, there was kind of a huge Reddit-fueled rally, which sent GameStop, AMC, and a bunch of other companies that have a decent amount of short float kind of in an upward spiral. If you guys don't know what a short float is essentially when there's a lot of big time companies or people who are shorting the stock. Shorting a stock is a trading strategy where one will basically bet that the stock is going to go down, right? They sell shares at a specific price and they hope to repay back the shares at a lower price because they're bearish on the stock, and they get to collect the premium as an overall difference. It's a pretty good trading strategy, but it is also very risky, which brings us to talk about AMC. We obviously did see that GameStop and AMC did go through some sort of gamma squeeze, but it was kind of fell short when a lot of brokerages limited trading on all the platforms and they only allowed people to sell these shares. But ever since then, AMC has not really been kind of in that upward direction. Taking a look at the 1 month chart, it's down 31.75%. A lot of people who are kind of diamond handing through AMC, they're starting to wonder, is AMC going to go through a short squeeze? If it is going to go through a short squeeze, when is it going to happen? I want people to know that, yes, AMC is probably going to go through a short squeeze. That's what I personally think. But I do want people to understand that you can't really put a timing on it. But here's some interesting news that actually came out the other day, and it's basically saying that, the amount of short sellers that are targeting AMC jumped about 50% to 73.8 million shares in March. So why is this actually important? So that means that people out there are still shorting AMC stock, right? So, when it comes to short sellers and stuff, I feel like a lot of them don't really learn their lesson. And I'm not saying this as a direct dig to them, but, look at GameStop. GameStop was a stock that was shorted so much. GameStop, people always said, okay, it's going to go through a short squeeze, but a lot of short sellers, they continue to get greedy because they want to squeeze out every single penny. As you guys can see, if the short float jumped about 50%, or the amount of people targeting short sellers targeting AMC stock jumped by 50% in the year of March, that means that there's people that still think that AMC stock is going to go down, which they may be right. I think they're wrong. I do think that AMC is going to see a lot more upward trend as businesses has continued to open back up. California, New York, big box offices have continued to open back up as well. This does put AMC in the kind of limelight where I do think it has a lot more upward potential than downward potential. But now that there's more short sellers targeting AMC stock, if the stock is pushed upward enough, this is honestly going to make the short squeeze absolutely humongous. Now, like I said, nobody can really time when the short squeeze is actually going to go through, but this means that when the stock actually does go through a short squeeze, that means that, the stock is only going to go through a bigger one. And like I said, it's a lot of short sellers who didn't really learn their lesson with GameStop. There was a lot of hedge funds out there that lost a lot of money, if not billions and billions of dollars, when they were shorting GameStop. I think the same thing is going to happen with AMC, but overall, the overall market condition in itself, not a lot of money kind of flooding into the market, people kind of just watching from the sidelines, and some people do blame it on market manipulation altogether as well. A lot of it are queuing the factors for AMC, but if people can get AMC stock to go upwards enough, I'm telling you guys that this squeeze is going to be absolutely huge, and I do think that it's going to be probably bigger than GameStop squeeze. Now, people are asking, what kind of price target would you put on the squeeze if AMC actually does go through a squeeze? I honestly think that AMC stock could actually hit well over $500. I do think that it's going to be a pretty big squeeze. Now, there's a lot of circumstances to kind of be put into place here. Obviously, the brokerages can't get in the way if AMC is going to go through this massive short squeeze, but if put in the specific position where it's going to go through a short squeeze, I'm almost certain that it's going to be a big one, and it's definitely going to be one for the books as well. As you guys can see, with GameStop, people never thought it was really going to, hit those prices. GameStop almost being $500 a share. I think AMC is going to revisit that. But even from an investment standpoint, a lot of people out there who are probably diamond handing it, they're getting impatient about waiting for the short squeeze altogether. They've been waiting day after day or week after week, and nothing is kind of really going down. It does put into perspective when it comes all together for AMC stock that, it's still a decent investment. I do think that AMC still has a lot of upside potential, a lot of pent-up demand. Businesses are reopening back up. People have not been able to go to the movie theaters for a very long time. So this is definitely going to drive AMC's business upward. But for AMC to go through a short squeeze, it has to reach a price where people where people continue to panic, where people kind of have to start covering their short positions. Right now, currently sitting at $9.65. It's not just at those prices just yet, so it does need a little bit more time to kind of have to go in that upward momentum. But like I said, aside from that I still do think that AMC is a pretty decent investment nonetheless. I do think that the stock has a lot of upside potential. And yes, there's a lot of short sellers that are out there, people saying AMC is going to go bankrupt. AMC did avoid bankrupt earlier this year. I don't think AMC is going to go bankrupt. I do think that their idea is a pretty good idea. But still, like I said, people are rolling out vaccines. People are still kind of afraid to go outside a little bit. People kind of still getting in their comfort zone. But I do think that in the rest of the year of 2021 and early 2022, I do think that AMC is going to have a booming year. And when the squeeze actually does go through, which I, in my own opinion, do think that AMC is eventually going to go through a short squeeze, if it's driven up to the right prices, I do think that it's going to be a pretty big squeeze, and I do think it's definitely going to be one for the books. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys, what you think of AMC stock. Do you guys think AMC stock is going to go through a short squeeze? And if you do, what price do you guys think AMC is going to go to? If you guys own AMC stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.